Do you know? Has anyone seen the kids' film Up? Right, you know the little old man with the glasses on. I swear to you, we were playing away at Sunderland, and a live human version of the man in Up was there.
Welcome back, ladies and blokes, to the Utter Bloke Nonsense podcast. I'm Rabbit.
I'm JJ.
And we are the American FPL podcast from the other side of the pond. Of course, we're American FPL fans who want to bring a different sense of perspective and humor to the game we all love, fantasy, Premier League, soccer, football, whatever you prefer. We're going over our most recent match week results here, game week 17. There was a lot of action, a lot of high scores out there this past week. A lot of people had their triple captain active. I was not one of them. Neither of us were one of them, but we could just hop into it. It's been a pretty active week, I would say.
Yeah, for real. I mean, really high average scores. Before I share, I just wanted to say we're streaming live on YouTube for the first time ever. So check us out over there. Shout out to StreamYard. As you can see, the logo up in the corner of our screen. We'll be there. I think we're going to be on YouTube. We already have our recordings on YouTube, but through StreamYard, we can go live too. So RIP playback. You will not be forgotten. But YouTube is our new home for the live streams. I haven't posted a while in our other social media accounts, but we do have TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts as well. So check us out there. I'll go into my team. High scoring week, 75 points. I'd be happy with that most weeks. Not mad about it this week, but I did get an 8-point red arrow, so not ideal. Most of my differentials did not hit, and that's really where the red arrow comes from. Incapié is the one star of the game week, but as a differential, unfortunately, even though I've got 89% of that points, which is huge, a lot of the other Arsenal defenders somewhat canceled out that nice return. He was the best Arsenal defender, though, so still happy with that pick. I am going to have to eventually transfer him back to Gabriel. I haven't heard the latest on the Gabriel return. Seems like probably pretty soon based on the initial estimate, but it's also hard to tell with the Arsenal injuries there. And I have made some transfers that I'll show later that have freed up some funds so that I could make that move eventually. But for now, I had a similar team to last game week. Did I make any transfers? No, I didn't. I ended up banking. Oh, no, I did make a transfer. Yeah, I transferred in Chris Richards from Daniel Munoz. And the Crystal Palace defense had a generational stinker. So that was tough. He did get defensive contributions, 16, which is awesome. And I watched the highlights of that game, and I thought Palace were quite unlucky to concede for three. The first 3 goals from Leeds were like all very similar and all from like weird deflections that somehow made it through the defense and then got like to a guy who was behind their back line, which to be fair, you should control the deflections better and you shouldn't let them get easy tap-ins like that, which all 3 of those goals were. But quite unlucky for all 3 of those to happen in the same game and against a team that is not that good in Leeds, in my opinion. The 4th goal was a banger. I think it was Stock just ripped in a free kick, just direct, and it didn't. Henderson didn't even dive. It was nasty. But yeah, Leeds, all right. I don't know. They've had a couple of good wins recently and draws. I don't think that they're. At home. At home, they're pretty good. Exactly. Leeds away is not as easy a fixture as it seems, as the Holland captainers would know. Or maybe that was a home game.
That was a home game. That's
Oh
what made it
yeah.
worse.
Well, yeah, that's tough. Yeah, Leeds. I mean, I don't know. They're all right. They're not bad. They probably will be in a relegation battle, but I think that they could stay up. And it's going to be interesting to see with like them and West Ham, and it's going to be a battle, I think. David Raya had a good game week. He had 7-pointer. He got the clean sheet. He got 1 bonus point. Trev Chalaba got DEFCONs. He conceded 2 goals in what ended up being I was not expecting that to be a high-scoring game, but both of these teams, I would say generally, it was Newcastle, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Chelsea and Newcastle, both pretty low scoring this season, but 2 goals apiece. And yeah, I mean, to score 2 goals at St. James's Park, I think is pretty impressive. So good draw. Bruno Fernandes is injured. Got a 1-pointer. He was hooked at halftime. Do not like to see that. Big topic this game week is going to be, who do you transfer in for Bruno? I think that's where most people are going to use their transfers. So we can talk about that later. I think we probably have both used our transfers already on that, but we'll do some more rankings of other alternatives as well. Yeah, Foden got a clean sheet. I'd say everyone on City was looking great. Foden had a couple good shots, but did not keep his hot streak of big hauls going. But I still feel great. I think that City's attack is the best it's looked, honestly, in over a year, in years. And I just think Foden is super nailed. I think he played 90 this game, which is kind of crazy because he had just played in the cup too. So like he's clearly physically doing well. And I think we also just really need him to play a lot because we have a bit of an injury scare and / AFCON guys who are gone. And we don't have a lot of forwards right now with Bob injured and Marmoush at AFCON. So Foden is going to be super nailed. Cherky also I really like as an FPL asset. But yeah, City is looking good. Anton Semenyo got his goal, got 3 bonus points. He, I think, is a solid. Like, yeah, he's proven the past couple of game weeks to be a solid asset, despite a lot of people selling him. He's also maybe in talks to leave Bournemouth, and so we'll keep a track on that. But for now, I think he's worth hanging on to. I feel like the Bournemouth fixtures do get tough in a couple weeks, so I'm thinking about who I'm going to sell him and bring in for. But for now, love having Semenyo. He's got another good fixture next week, I think. So yeah, I think he's a solid hold. Minte, it was his. I was thinking of transferring him out. This was like probably going to be his last game week in my squad had these injuries not happened. But he got a clean sheet. He always looks good, but he did get hooked a little early in this game. And Brighton are starting to peter out a little bit in terms of their attack. Just not as many goals and not as threatening as they were earlier on in the season. And so I'm thinking about transferring him, moving him on to a new player. Holland had a great game week. It's funny, he was over 200% owned. So really, like, even having him as captain, like, did not really help that much because of all the triple captainers. This will take a huge haul for sure, and he's in great form. But yeah, it's funny. It's like a 32-point captainship usually would be amazing, but given how highly owned he is, it really just felt like a drop in the bucket. Igor Thiago and Mateta sort of this is how they've been lately, honestly, with 2-pointers. Yeah, Mateta is battling an injury. They're actually both battling injuries right now. Maybe Igor Tiago's a bit more like fatigue, but I know Mateta, they're like really managing his minutes. He's injured. Also, Nketiah and Uche are playing pretty well right now. So he's only playing around like 60 minutes a game. Not ideal. And yet again, for probably like the 5th time this season, I got a Mukiele haul from the bench. Every time it hurts. I think I just underestimate Sunderland. And yeah, this if I had started Mukiele over a lot of my players, I would have basically had a gray arrow. So not ideal. But at the same time, that happens a lot in FPL. And I'm glad to have a guy who I got for 4.0 who is constantly getting returns and clean sheets. And he's playing Leeds next week. So I will be starting him. But yeah, solid game week overall. A little bit of a red arrow, but I'll take still in the top 250. And yeah, I'll pass it over to Rabbit.
Absolutely. So it was a small red arrow, 3-point red arrow, 80 points overall, which is pretty good, as you can see here. Rose, as I call him, he was great. And Lacroix, not so good. But I guess the main thing was both of my threats blanked. Overall, just the Arsenal offense looks really bad. Soccer owners are in the mud, and we love to see it. And Harry Wilsinho did not punish me, thankfully, this week. But
Rice
we'll
is like the best Arsenal attacker, honestly. So
well, that's why I brought him in. I'm just like, he has a lot of routes to points. Saka sort of doesn't anymore, especially seeing that Gyökeres took that charity pen. He's actually decent at pens, so like maybe he might be the assigned penalty taker now. But
no, I don't know because Saka took a pen when they were both on the pitch earlier in the season. So I think it's just like classic Arsenal, like whoever wants it gets it. And whoever is like the Kai Havertz penalty last or 2 seasons ago, where they're just like, oh, you haven't scored a goal in a while? Here's a pen.
The charity pens. Yeah, like, Odegaard, when I was watching the match, Odegaard took the ball. I was like, oh, wow, Odegaard pen. Nice. I was like, anyone other than Saka. Anyone but Saka was my hope. And yeah, passed it to the big Swede. So that was good. But yeah, Arsenal defense, pretty good. Raya was on 3 bonus points for a little while, but Rice ended up snagging them, so can't really complain there. I still think I have probably the best Arsenal triple up going forward. And Capier has been pretty good, but yeah, there might be his minutes might not be so secure pretty soon, but he is sort of a DEFCON daddy, if you will.
He's good for DEFCONs, yeah.
Yep.
And bonus too.
Yeah. But going on to the rest of my defense, O'Reilly finally gets a clean sheet, and my transfer in for this past week was Gehi. I transferred him out for Senesi, I think it was. Or that was 2 weeks ago. But this is my first week playing Gehi, and of course Lacroix and Gehi, the Chuckle brothers in defense here, both blanked horribly. I think they both got DEFCONs though. Yeah, that's tragic. Richards and Lacroix both had Richards had 16, Lacroix had 17, Gehi had 10. They were defending for their lives out there, man. What is going on?
They always get DEFCONs though. That's even against bad teams, they're not playing for possession at all.
Yeah. But Palace have Spurs. I can't remember if it's away at home, but
it's at home. Yeah, you
Okay.
gotta hang on to them for that.
That's gonna be great. I like if not. I can't accept anything less than a clean sheet there. Um, Bruno. We almost have the same midfield, but yeah, Rice is.
Yeah,
I guess instead of Minta, I have Rice here, and yeah, I've been liking Rice. Tiago, I've already transferred him out. I had him for I think 2 or 3 game weeks, and he didn't return for me at all. So that's pretty rough. Holland getting a haul, but yeah, hurting my rank just ever so slightly. And I had Anderson on the bench. I really thought Forest would score at least one, and they didn't. And not that like I like it's easy. Like I'm not falling victim to hindsight here. Like I'm starting the double Palace defense against Leeds instead of Fulham against Forest. Like I could,
yeah.
I see the clean sheet here. I was seeing the points, but
You could
yeah,
have gone 5 at the back, but
I could have gone 5 with the. Oh,
bench
I'm.
Igor, bench
I,
Tiago.
oh well, yeah. I mean, with the transfers I made, I was sort of just thinking. I mean, it's hard to bench Anderson a lot of the time because
Yeah,
you just like when he gets a clean sheet, he goes sort of crazy, and and he's always getting def cons, and I don't know if he got a bonus here per se. I don't know.
I think he did. But those clean sheets are few and hard to come by for Fulham,
Yeah,
I will say.
I really thought Daichi would have
Yeah,
coached a goal in that match, but
I know. Yeah,
um,
they've been scoring a lot lately too. It was surprising.
yeah, no, it definitely took me off guard, but I guess I can reveal my transfers. I transferred out Tiago for Ugo Ekitike and Bruno Fernandez down to Morgan Rogers. So some template ass picks, but yeah, I'm sort of tired of not having a Villa player, and they just consistently overperform. And like just watching the United Villa game, it's hard not to be impressed with Rodgers. Like the 2 goals were they were like eerily similar, but it's
Yeah,
just
they're like
like
the same goal.
but like yeah, it's just like last season I never saw him like putting them away like that. I feel like he was always scoring jammy goals. And like
Yeah.
he did a lot of running. He was like
And
somewhat creative, but like that's like those types of finishes were very nice. So yeah, and Villa are just like hard to predict this season. That's why I've been avoiding them. I think a lot of people have, but he just seems like the guy, and
yeah.
he's the only one that gets like really consistent minutes in the attack. I feel like other than Watkins, but no one wants Watkins. So yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, last season is funny. He did get like the odd jammy goal and assist, but he was the guy who like everyone owned and then ended up
Yeah.
like not really returning that often. But it was fine because like he was 5 mil. Most people weren't starting him. This year, yeah, he's so involved in their attack. It feels like everything runs through him. I don't really see like just with the way they play, they don't score a lot of goals, so that's a risk. But like I feel like all of their goals will run through him somewhere or another. He's just so important to that attack. The fixtures are bad, but I'll reveal. Let's see, where do we need to share my screen here? Oh yeah, I'm gonna switch the screen share. I also brought in Rodgers and Ekitike as well. Very template, but those are 2 high performers. Liverpool's fixtures are really good. Villa's fixtures are not. So a lot of the content creators have been saying to wait on Rodgers because the fixtures are bad, which is very valid, to be fair. But I think in FPL, that is a pitfall that a lot of people fall into, where you're buying just for the fixtures and not thinking as much about form. When really FPL is those two things in confluence, form and fixtures. Like if someone's in terrible form, they have good fixtures, it makes them a better asset than they were before that. But you still want them to be in good form. And so in this case, I bought form over fixtures for Rodgers. I think if anyone's going to score in either of those games for Villa, it's going to be Rodgers. And, Arsenal away is the toughest fixture, but they've given up some away goals. And a goal like the goals that Rodgers has scored this season is the way that you beat out that tough Arsenal defense. You're going to have to take them off guard, and Rodgers can do that. So I feel really good about that. And then, Ekatike. Isak is injured. He broke his leg. Ekatike is going to be super, super nailed because not only is that Isak injury making Liverpool's attack one forward smaller, weaker, but Salah's at AFCON, and they just don't really have many other forwards other than those guys. So Ekatike is probably going to have to play 90. He could be on pens, although I think, did Soboslai take a pen recently? I feel like he might have.
Soboslai. Also, McAllister I've seen take a pen before as well. I feel like he has, but
so maybe he's not on pens, but still, he will get a lot of chances in these next couple of weeks.
Yeah, and I guess just to add to the form conversation, I think Rodgers Chelsea away. Is that the fixture?
Yes, it's at the Bridge.
That's not that hard of a fixture. I'm sorry. Like
clip that.
Villa are gonna score. And even Arsenal. Like I'm probably not gonna start them against Arsenal away, but Villa have their number. Okay, they already beat them once very recently, and why can't they do it again? Like they've been so unpredictable, so it's just like might as well just pick the informed player with the most unpredictable team, and he's like not a terrible price. Like if you need to bench him, like it's not ideal, but like yeah, it's not bad. And like it's like people got enough money to go around right now, especially with Bruno out. No, like Salah hasn't been a factor the whole season, but like even if he was, he'd be, in his international competition right now. So I don't know. Yeah, I think people might be trying to if you have like Saka, you might not have enough money for Rodgers or something. But yeah, for those non-Saka owners like myself, I think it is quite easy just to get him in. He's and not sacrifice a lot of your budget. And it feels like a punt because I guess the fixtures are sort of hard, but it's just like, when do we start really taking Villa seriously? And he's like the best player. He's the best attacking player on Villa by a decent margin. So it's just like, why not?
I'm with you. Yeah, also, like, people were so quick to bring in Foden when his fixtures were good, but he really had not returned all season, and he was 1.3 mil more than Rodgers is right now. So I think especially in your case where you already have Rice, or for anybody out there listening who already has Rice, I think that Rodgers is like a really, really good midfielder to bring in. I would say him and Rice right now, if you're looking to bring in a Bruno replacement, are sort of neck and neck. I can see arguments for both. Rodgers is more willing, or not willing, but more capable of bringing in hauls, whereas Rice is just going to be super solid, and you could start him every week, and he'll probably get you at least like 4 points. So yeah, I think Rodgers is good. I'm looking forward to watching him in these games. He's just been a fun player these recent games too, and like part of FPL is to root for these guys. former city too, so you got to represent. But yeah, looking forward to seeing him and Ekatike too. Like, come on, Ekatike against Wolves. He's had 3 hauls in his past 3 games. Like, yeah, I think he's going to go crazy. Wolves and Leeds back to back. I think he's going to do his thing. Big week for a guy's name Ugo too. Ugo Gonzalez cooking for the Celtics. So shout out. What a comeback last night. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Dewsbury Hall injured. Matty Cash, yeah, I have a Villa double up now, but Matty Cash, wow, I mean, of course, the curse is real with him. He really gifted, yeah, he gifted United their goal that last game. So
that was a Polish moment from him. Yeah.
As FBL Rabbit is Polish, he's allowed to say that. But yeah, let's talk. I do want to talk briefly about the Bruno replacements before we get into some of the fixtures. I think Josh Cullen is definitely up there. No, I'm kidding. Oh, Harry Wilson is flagged though. That's crazy. Okay, yes, Rice and Rogers. Definitely 1 and 2 for me. Also Foden, if you haven't brought him in, which I think is pretty unlikely. But yeah, I would say Foden's number 1 if you don't have him. Most people probably have him at this point. Then I would say Rice and Rogers. For sure. After that, it does get a little bit more sweaty, I feel like.
Yep.
There's just not a lot of great midfielders after this top, 5 to 10 or so.
Like a lot of people still have Saka. I mean, he just really hasn't been that amazing this season.
No.
And
yeah,
it's not really down to him. Like, I feel like he's still performing pretty well. It's just that, like, Arteta has gotten more conservative as the years have gone on. Like, ever since that season where they were really good, their attack was amazing. Like, it was great. It was probably the strongest part of the team. Now it's just like ultra defense all the time, and Saka's he's always putting in good crosses and stuff. But like Arsenal, their last 3 goals, 2 of them have been own goals and 1 has been a penalty in the league, which is insane. Like that's not what you want to see. And like Saka,
that is crazy.
Fraud his way into 2 assists, but like on those own goals. But like, yeah, it's. I would definitely avoid him. I'd be looking at Palmer before Saka, that's for sure. And Palmer's not even getting like all the minutes, and he's probably gonna miss out one of the games.
Yeah,
just your congestion.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd go that far with Palmer. I'm like, I don't know. I kind of was thinking about Palmer, but he's Mr. 58th minute sub right now. So.
Yes. The minutes are not enough. Yeah.
But no, I agree. I think also with Arsenal, I would put it like they're gonna score enough goals to win most games.
Yeah,
but those goals come from very random people. Especially like I think that when they have Gabriel, like he's more likely to score in any given game than Saka probably. And Saka will get the assists because he takes corners and stuff. But like, yeah, it's just I think their goals come from random places, and they're just a very unique team, I guess. I think if you're going to triple up, which is probably the move right now, it's really Raya or 2 center backs, Calafiori / Timber right now, and then Declan Rice. And honestly, at this point, I just think Declan Rice is a better asset than Saka. He somehow has just more threat in general. And his corners are so dangerous. Saka's corners also low-key kind of hit or miss this season. I don't know. His delivery's been a little bit off, other than that one that hit off the bar and then back into Sam Johnston's head. But yeah, Rice's corner kick delivery, honestly, like might be the best in the world. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Saka. That's our Saka spiel. I just don't think he's the best. I do like Bruno G. I still think that he's a good asset. The fixtures for Newcastle coming up are great too. He's on 4 yellows. It's a little risky. And like honestly, he gets yellows so often. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a yellow against United.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I like Bruno G. I also do honestly like what's his name? The blonde guy on Newcastle.
Gordon.
Anthony Gordon. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Anthony Gordon is worth a shout. If you're trying to get a differential, the fixtures are really good. He takes pens for them when he's on the field.
Yep.
And yeah, I think he's in solid form too. I don't know if he returned against Chelsea, but he's returned in the past couple of games before that.
I don't think he got anything against Chelsea. I mean, he might got an assist, but yeah, like I mean, Gordon's been weird. A lot of Newcastle supporters are upset with his performances, but he is on pens, which is very nice. And
3 returns in his past 4.
Okay. Yeah, it's
he's
just,
streaky.
like, yeah, I feel like last season he was definitely like a pretty solid pick, but yeah, he's just not been getting the goals from open play like you'd want. And also,
he got 2 assists against Chelsea.
Oh, okay, there you go. But
the minutes are that's a concern. I will say
Newcastle are just like they're like in a weird phase right now. I don't know. They've always like just when you think they're gonna like kick on and be like the Newcastle of years past, where they have a good defense and you could get away with a Gordon or a Jacob Murphy or a Isaac in the past. Like you could, they felt like a solid team to have assets from, but I just feel like they're always like in a crisis. Like this is like they're like always like they have like an identity crisis, or it's just like, okay, they got Voltamata who like was scoring, but then when that dried up, they were just like, oh, what's happening? They sort of reshuffled the midfield. Now they brought back Lewis Miley, which was always the move. And now Wisa is starting to get back in the fold.
Well, he's at AFCON now.
Did he go? I thought he's staying.
Oh, wait, is that true?
I think he is.
Wow.
I think that's what he decided to do, because he was just like, oh, I've been out the whole season. I'm going to pledge to Newcastle. Not that he was going to win with the Congo, unfortunately.
Yeah, Wow. All right. I was going to say Gordon because of AFCON and because they have one less forward, but I didn't realize that. That's kind of crazy.
Yep. So Visa and I mean, he's just going to complicate the Voltamata situation. So
yeah, Voltamata though. I don't know. I think Ekatike is the guy if you're going to bring in a striker, but
yes, 100%.
Voltamata's good. Let's see. I like Pedro Neto still. I still like him as an asset. The fixtures for Chelsea aren't great. I feel like, I would probably bring in the guys that we said before over him. And Soboslai's worth a shout. I forgot he's injured. You know who I've been seeing a lot of the content creators shout out, which is crazy. Who I would never thought.
Enzo Lafie.
No, he got his first ever Premier League return last weekend. He's no longer a 007.
Oh, Verts. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, no, they're I mean, yes, you could target Wolves, but oh my god. Like, he assisted a guy, and then like
to go to those
he's cursed.
Yeah.
He's cursed. He assisted Isaac, and then he got like a potentially career altering injury. Like, it's like absolutely cursed.
But I will say, Liverpool have a crazy amount of injuries right now. So the Verts thing, it's like he's just gonna have to play 90 minutes, I guess, is the reason why. But I don't know, Chiesa. I kind of like Chiesa as a shout. I feel like if you're like doing a true punt, Chiesa at 6.3.
If Chiesa starts against Wolves and like the same injuries they have are like the same.
Oh yeah, he's gonna
going
tear his
into Leeds.
ACL.
No. I would consider Chiesa if he starts against Wolves and they like the team is still like in the same injury situation.
I'm gonna say like deep punt. If you are just like if you're throwing caution to the wind and you don't care, I feel like Chiesa could nab a brace in one of these games.
Slot just hates him so much, though. It's irrational how much he hates Chiesa.
It's really, I don't know. I mean, he can't be that bad. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like, dude, you just need a warm body out there, and you're gonna it's ridiculous.
Same thing. Our Arsenal, our Liverpool fan friends will say he's like defending Rio because he's so young. But like Rio is supposed to be like a star boy. He's got to play some of these. You have like no forwards that can play. You have to. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, I think Ekatike is just gonna have to play, and I don't know who else. Like this lineup for Liverpool is about to be weird this next game because they have so many injuries. So
it's gonna slot a force slot to actually do good changes to the team. Like,
I mean, Frimpong is probably going to be like a winger. He's probably going to start at right wing. I think he's like their only right winger who can play. So,
yeah, I was sort of considering a free hit just to like max out on Liverpool against Wolves, but and a lot of people just don't have Liverpool right now.
Yeah,
but it's just like, I am not getting Verts. I am like, I'm not like I would if Chiesa was starting. Yes, I'd be going for him, but it's just so uncertain, too uncertain.
Very. Yeah, Frimpong, I don't know. Like, I don't think I could trust anyone on Liverpool except for Ekatike. Which at the same time feels like a little bit bad for Ekatike. If there's like that many injuries and that much question marks, he might just have no service at all. But we'll see. Like, I don't know. I feel like VVD, like the Konate might be injured too. It's just, it's a wild time. All right. Let's take a look at some of the fixtures. Some of the last week's games. Let's see, Premier League fixtures. Boom. All right. What'd you think about this game? We talked about it a little bit.
I didn't get up to watch it because I was pretty convinced we were going to lose. I woke up at halftime and I saw that we were down 2-0, and I was like, "Yep, I've seen this before at St. James's Park." Then I went back to bed. Then I was pleasantly surprised with the draw. Reece James being great again, and good goal from João Pedro. But it's good to come back. Newcastle still just like hard to predict. I mean, I predicted they'd probably win this game, and they were 2-0 up, and then they ended up drawing it. So it's tough.
Oh yeah. Wait, I meant to share this earlier. But Newcastle, like, it is crazy to see them 11th. I feel like the way they're talked about, you would think that they'd at least be in like 7th or 8th, but and to be fair, they're 3 points off, but still kind of crazy.
Yeah. No, they've been pretty bad like overall. So
I didn't see this game. I was glad that we were both glad about the Broja late goal because Senesi was denied of a haul. He actually was. I did watch the end of this game. Senesi looked really good.
That
I
seems
gotta
so
say,
freaking good.
yeah, he looked healthy. He came pretty close to getting an assist towards the end too, because he was like, I think you've talked about this before. Like he'll like join the attack and like get into really dangerous spots, not even off of set pieces. Like he's just
Yeah.
a really skilled attacking player. And yeah, I was impressed at the end of this game with what he was doing.
Yep. I watched most of this game. Yeah, it was a good goal from future Cite Semenyo. I guess
We'll
we can
see.
talk about that. I am
Yeah.
bummed that he's going to City because now he sucks as an FPL asset. I had him. From the beginning. I was hoping to have him like a little bit longer, but if it is true he's going to City, he sucks as an asset. I don't think he's going to
Yes.
get the minutes he deserves, and I think he's gonna really struggle to adapt to the system. To be honest, as most players do, but
Yeah.
I feel like this situation for Semenyo is like pretty perfect. Like he could just sort of do whatever he wants. Like not that he but he's like invested in like tracking back and everything. So like for Bournemouth, so it's uh it'll be tough. I think he's gonna just become like another type of like not I don't mean this like in a bad way, but like when Grealish went to City, it's just like sort of like his attacking edge. He's gonna have to sacrifice that, and that's uh if you want to win, yes, under Pep, like it takes that, and that's not a bad thing. You can still play well, but it's just as an FPL asset, trash, and it's so. And yeah,
Yeah.
as a fan of the player, I'd like. Well, there was news this morning that he might, or Chelsea made an inquiry, and I'd be like, yes, yes, I would love a goal scoring winger right now, like someone who's like definitely more proven because, it's, like Esteval's been injured recently, and Neto's been good, but we've been relying on him too much, and Garnacho and
Esteval
getting.
apparently is going to be back for the weekend fixture.
Yeah. It wasn't a serious injury, but still, just like sometimes we rely too much on Esteval too, and it's just like, it'd just be nice to have someone who could play across the front line, pretty much like Semenyo, and just like stick him on the left or put Neto on the left and Semenyo on the right, and like that's a different look,
Yeah.
because Garnacho and Gittins, like I don't think they're bad, but they're definitely inconsistent, and it'd be nice to having a Semenyo does not hurt. And he was born
Yeah.
in Chelsea, like
That is
he,
true.
he was born in Chelsea. So it would have been sick, but oh well.
Well, he wants City, so
I
no.
know it's whatever.
No, I've talked myself into it. I'm not gonna lie.
He's great.
He's such a different player than Grealish, and City play very differently now than they have in the past when they brought in some like guys who have thrived at other Premier League teams. We are more than ever, and like really, actually, it's kind of crazy as Man City, but we're like a super counter-attacking team now. That just because I think Pep has realized that's the way to best emphasize Haaland's strengths. We counter a ton, and we need a winger who can track back and defend as well as hit teams on the counter, be fast. Semenyo's great because he's super. He doesn't really have a weak foot. He's really two-footed, and he can play on either wing, which I think Pep will really like. I do think, when Marmoush is back, when Nuri is healthy, when we have all these guys playing, it will create just a logjam at the forward positions that will not be good for Semenyo. But if we bring in Semenyo early in January, I think that that right wing spot will be his to lose, because our right wing right now it's probably the weakest position if you're just going off of purely like guys who can play that position. I would probably say right back in the past, but Nunes has been really good lately. And also, he's been amazing when he goes in to play as a backup CDM when Nico Gonzalez comes out. So that was a good shout. I feel like you shouted that out like a couple weeks ago, and ever since you said that, he's been nasty at it. We had to play Rico Lewis at right wing at the end of that West Ham game, which he looked fine, but he should at least like he's a holding mid or a right back or a cam. Like right wing is so deep in the positions that I want him playing at, which is where I can see why Semenyo is actually worth a shout there. It probably means that we're going to sell Bob or Semenyo or both of them, which is a little bit tough. We really should have cashed out on Semenyo this summer and sold to Spurs. I was praising Semenyo. I still think that he's like kind of an ideal guy who can like see out games at the end and kill a game and just like dribble the ball out. And he's so fast when he gets those open lanes. But like if that type of guy is gonna like if we could sell him for 50 mil to another team even still or like who knows how much he's worth at this point because he's not played a lot for us. But yeah, I would rather have Semenyo than him. And unfortunately, Bob too. I've seen a lot of Bob this season, and I just don't know if he's up to the level of class that City needs on the right wing. So that's my Semenyo spiel.
That's so sad.
I think Bob will be super good. I think if we sell him to another Premier League team, he's going to be awesome. But I just don't think he gets the amount of playing time at City to thrive.
Yeah, Chelsea, you can have all the minutes he wants. But
Stevao is so much better. I would like Stevao's got a. I mean, he's so young.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we'd play Blob on the left wing or something. I don't know. He's probably better than Buonanotte.
A good night man. Very different player. Very, very different.
But I guess like the one thing I worry about Semenyo, I can see what you're saying in terms of like City changing their style of play, but honestly, like Marmoush and Semenyo, their profiles are sort of similar to me. Like Semenyo is more of a winger, and Marmoush is more of a striker. But I feel like they're like that's where the similarities really begin. Like in terms of like they're sort of techie, got good technique in terms of striking the ball and all of that stuff. You got a nose for goal and all that.
Yeah,
but
there's definitely a lot of similarities.
Yeah,
they play best really off of a striker who they can play
like
1-2
Semenyo drifts in all the time, and Marmoush not really he's not really going to drift out, but but he's sort of got the abilities to where he can, like, if he's on the wing, he's like not totally like a fish out of water. So it's just it's just weird that Marmoush has struggled so much at City. I can't. Yeah, I don't know. And I
will say
for Semenyo if that happened.
Yeah, the biggest difference and why Marmoush has really struggled for minutes is because he's not good at pressing. He's like really struggled to fit into our system of pressing and also tracking back when we do play a little bit more counterattacking. And Pep has said that. Semenyo is really good at both of those things. So that's where I think Pep will be super willing to play him more. And I think we need a guy like that on the press because right now, Foden, like getting DEFCONs is awesome, but I don't think that's going to be something that happens super often. And then, Bernardo's probably gone after this season too. So we need guys who are workhorses who can press. And also Semenyo, I don't know how often we're going to really ask him to do this, but he's like a bit of a set piece demon too. And his long throws are really good as well, which is something that City, we don't really have anyone who could do that right now because We like Nunez takes throw-ins, but he's not really used to like the long throws just because he's mostly been a center mid for a lot of his career. And so the long throws, like in terms of the meta Premier League thing too, like they're so in the vogue right now of the Premier League. I'm sure that's probably like what Viana's thinking about bringing him in. I do think the price tag's high. I think 60 mil is a lot for a guy who's 25 and has really just come onto the scene the past year or two and been good. It feels like the Marmoush comparison, where I would say is also aligned, is like they're both 25 when we were thinking about bringing him in. They both were somewhat promising and then came onto the scene a little bit late. And it's hard to tell whether it's just like a purple patch or whether they're actually super class and able to step up to a Champions League team. So yeah, those are my Marmouche or the Semenyo thoughts. I guess Marmouche too. I think he'll find a way to make it work. I think him and Holland will also get along really well. They're both kind of like banter dudes, so I think that would just be funny. And yeah, him and Cherokee both, like, it's hard to tell what their weak foot even is, because they're so good with both feet. So I think that's going to be kind of sick to see both of them if he ends up going. So I talked myself into it, I guess. Long story short. Well, Lewis Potter with the brace out of nowhere. I saw that I think like 40 FPL managers captained him and like 20 triple captained him. Which message to FPL, these bots are getting out of hand. Who is captaining Lewis Potter, man? We had him in our anti-FPL team. Like, that's just crazy.
I mean, I think he's a fine player. I mean, yeah, like that is just, unless you're like, I don't know, you're his brother and just started your FPL team and you have like the triple captain to Bird, like, what are you doing? Yeah, no, it's like what compelled, like, other than some weird algorithm, what compelled you to do this?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if an algorithm told you, that's kind of fire. Because like he's also left back. He was playing right wing in this game.
That will unlock things in our consciousness.
They did some ayahuasca, and the spirits told them to captain Lewis Palmer. He's only started 7 games all season. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, good game. I don't know. Kelleher saved a penalty.
He played on the wing.
He played right wing. Because Rico Henry's back. I guess that might be. I mean, maybe if like people really were diving deep into the data, but like that's such a waste to even have him in your FPL team. Like,
I'll tell you Brentford's data right now. Attacking data, penalty.
Yeah. I mean, I guess now that Ouattara's gone, I deleted my the tab that I was sharing. Now that Ouattara's gone, they're gonna need another pen merchant to step up and win some pens and do their thing. So maybe he's the guy. Maybe it's Lewis Graham Potter. Wolves are terrible, I guess. I don't know.
Wolves are bad.
Speaking of terrible teams. Yeah. I didn't share my screen. Did you say Spurs are worse?
Spurs are always getting worse. So yeah.
Spurs are worse than Villa, honestly. They're worse than Wolves. They're definitely worse than Villa, but
yes. Yeah, did you watch this match?
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was pretty dreadful. I mean, Liverpool aren't even that good.
Nope. The end of the game, Spurs legitimately looked like they could tie it up.
Yeah, and I mean, Xavi Simons. Okay, Gyökeres has been a flop, confirmed. Xavi Simmons has also been a flop, which is just.
No, he was starting to turn it around. He had like
He
3 games in his past three goals in his past three, I think, or maybe yeah. He had a
one of
Premier
them
League goal. He had a
one
couple
of them
goals
was
in
a
the Champions
pen,
League.
and like who'd they play in the Champions League? It was someone bad, I think.
This is
Not,
true.
that's it.
This is true. It was Slavia Prague
Yeah, give
and
me a break.
yeah, Brentford.
And Brentford. Yeah, no, he looks extremely lightweight,
This is
and
true.
I mean, the system isn't helping him for sure. Like, I mean, even for the, I mean, and that's sort of crazy because he plays for the Dutch, and the Dutch always play like garbage. So it's just like, it's like, yeah. I mean,
This is a weird player trait map right here. Like, I guess he's kind of good at a lot of things, but the aerial duels one, I would not think that. Like, it's just weird.
Thomas Frank has him playing center back a lot of the time. So it's like,
um, I don't. This is actually. I was thinking about this. I don't know, but I think it was when I was watching this game. I feel like if they had James Madison, Spurs would be so much better. His injury was actually really, really tough for them this season because him and Xavi would make up a nasty midfield, like attacking mid duo, and they could play off each other really well.
yeah, I feel like Xavi would be better on the wing.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
and yeah, they just like he's sort of being forced to play centrally is tough. Even like Palmer has struggled with it. Like,
Definitely.
and Palmer is a much better player. So it's just it's being like thrust in that position. I can understand it's tough, but it's just like that red card was really horrible.
Very stupid.
And honestly, at first, I I didn't really make much of it, but then I was like, oh god, wow, you really just did a Gordon. It was like a replay of the Gordon
Yes.
thing, and it was Van Dyke
Yep.
again, so it was just like, oh my god. But
So clumsy. Just clumsiest tackle. Also, like, that was his international teammate. He was like, I thought at first that Virgil like might have actually broken his leg or something. But yeah, they play together for the Netherlands. So it's like, why are you doing that to someone
I think
you're going to
that's why he
play?
went in, like, sort
Oh,
of.
you think that's why? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's just like,
He's more
oh,
comfortable.
like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, he was just like, I'm going to show my competitive streak right now,
Or he's just like kind of
and do a
taking the
dumb
piss.
challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I
But
don't think he
also,
was
he
like,
did like slip. Like he clearly wasn't intentionally going for a leg breaker tackle, but at the end of the day,
it was dumb.
it was bad.
Just like if you can press the guy, but it's just like don't like dangle a leg out. It's like, and can we
Yeah.
finally say that Spurs are a dirty team? Spurs
Oh,
are a
I've
dirty
always
team.
said this. Yeah.
Spurs are
I
a dirty
mean,
team.
you know how I feel about Heung-min Son. I think we both share this. But yeah, people are afraid to say it because he does seem very nice off the field, to be fair. But
Dirty player.
he's had some questionable tackles and some dirty
Broke
plays on the
broke
field.
Gomez's leg very intentionally. Snapped it. Like,
Yeah,
oh my
that's
god.
crazy.
And then like had the gall to cry afterwards. Like, dude, shut up. No, like and Bentancur.
Yeah, Bentancur sucks. Romero, I like Romero, but like
He should be in
objectively super
court
dirty.
for being a criminal. But yeah.
Wait, what did
yeah.
Romero went to court?
No, Bentancur should go to Benton Court.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bentancur is, I don't know what he does. What does he even do?
I sort of liked him at Juventus, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
I do like a feisty South American midfielder. I do have a weak spot for that, but I think the technical side of his game has gone down a lot. Like he's regressed in that way. He's just become sort of a less effective, shithouse archetype of a South American midfielder. So
he actually, on paper, seems like he could be a really good Thomas Frank midfielder, but it has not come to fruition IRL.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, I don't know. Do we even really have to talk about this game? It's so boring. I watched the
Yeah,
highlights.
Arsenal attack stinks.
They did have 2 XG, but they scored a penalty. So
Yeah, the Pen did some carrying in that one.
yeah. No, I didn't realize the XG. Oh well, there was high XG because they were like all tap-ins.
Happens. Yeah.
I still will stand by the first 3 goals were pretty lucky. Calvert-Lewin is somewhat of a tap-in merchant, I've got to say.
He is such a terrible merchant.
For FBL, like, I mean, he's 5 mil. Like, it's fine. You can bring him in, but I don't know. I'm not advising, like, don't sell Thiago to Calvert-Lewin and expect to like start him every week. Yeah. Devaney being the penalty taker for Palace was a little bit surprising, I will say. It was Mateta was not on the field at this point, and neither was like a lot of guys weren't on the field, I guess you could say.
Will Hughes not on the field?
What's that?
Will Hughes notably not on the field.
Will Hughes, yeah, I feel like I would trust him to take a pen for sure. Chris Richards had a couple tough mistakes. Yeah, he had an error that led to a goal. He had DEFCONs. I think they'll be fine. But I do think that Palace's defense without Klein and just as a team without Sarr, they look weak. I don't feel great about Richards in my team. And I might think about moving him on in a couple weeks, depending on how they look. We talked about this game a little bit, but yeah, Bruno injured and hooked. Rodgers had a brace. I do think that Cunha is a really good asset. I'm curious how United attack is going to be with a lot. Dorgu suspended. Fernandez is injured. Mbumo is at AFCON. Their midfield is probably going to be Ugarte and Lisandro Martinez. So that is going to be the most disgusting like pairing ever. Yeah. I think, I mean, I don't know. I like Mount too. I think Mount is also like a really sneaky like shout as a differential. But I'm dubious towards United as a whole. I think Fernandez is so important to that team.
I think they're going to be trash.
Game,
I am pretty mad Cunha got that goal just because I was like, oh, man, it was jammy and in a way, and it was just I knew Let's Talk FPL Andy was just creaming his pants after that one. It was just, with his
he's good, man. He's in the top 20K, I think, right now, which is crazy. I mean, he's good. He's made a lot of good moves. He's an anti-Rodgers guy, so maybe we'll gain on him with the Rodgers pick. But you got to respect FPL Andy. He's like of the content creators, he's the most consistently highly ranking. So yeah, he's like always in the top 50 to 25K, I would say, at least at the end of the year.
I'm more of an FPL Harry guy. He's also a Chelsea supporter, so
I like FPL Harry. Yeah. All right. I didn't watch this Fulham game. Yeah, you were kind of talking about it.
Well, yeah, I didn't watch it either, but I'm just glad Wilsinho did not kill me.
Yes.
And
yeah, he got a yellow. He was hooked.
He had one shot.
Might be injured.
Yep. Yep. Raul got the pen. Anderson got the DEFCONs. Yeah, like I was watching FPL Nightmare, who I do like, and he was sort of talking down on Anderson, saying that like Anderson's sort of like a algorithm pick, and I'm like, I don't know. Like the Fulham defense is sort of it's a really hit or miss, and like the only reason like I have him is just because he's like pretty cheap and gets DEFCONs like every game, but like the Fulham defense honestly has not been bad, at least as long as I've owned Anderson. He's
It's been
pulled
fine.
through. He's pulled through more than I thought it would. So far, like I'm just expecting a baseline of 4 points, but there's been some clean sheets in there, and they feel so good. Yeah.
So, interesting. Yeah, Anderson didn't get the bonus points. He just got DEFCONs.
Mm.
Robinson must have won the pen. And then Jimenez only getting 5 points despite scoring the goal is kind of crazy. But no, I mean, I don't know. I don't. I don't really trust Fulham to get clean sheets, especially with Bassi gone. Like this was their first clean sheet in a while, and they've conceded 2 goals in their past few. But Anderson is maybe the most sure, or like joint most sure for DEFCONs of all defenders in the game. So I think he's still a good pick. I like him. I think their fixtures swing soon too. So
Imagine the world where Anderson never left Palace.
Yeah,
with
no,
Glasner.
he would be sick.
Oh my
He would
god,
be sick.
that
Although
defense would
I don't
be
know if he's fast
impenetrable.
enough. Glasner likes a pacey center back, and he's a little bit slow.
If you play him in the middle, though, he's got a lot of protection.
True, this is true. But yeah, like Rapid or Lacroix, Gay, and Richards are all pretty rapid as far as center backs go.
How much pace does Lacroix have in FIFA?
90, I think.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Lacroix is fast as hell in FIFA.
What? I've never seen him sprint.
Yeah, no, he used to play with Mickey Van de Ven at Wolfsburg.
Oh my god, he has 88 pace.
Yeah,
that's broken.
They were both absolutely rapid. And yeah, he has like if you watch his highlights from the Wolfsburg days, he chases down fast guys and will like make a tackle from behind. He still is really good in FIFA just because pace is the only thing that matters in that game.
Yep.
But yeah, he allegedly is very fast.
Yeah, those highlights. I know what I'm doing tonight.
Oh yeah. I love a good chase down. I mean, not gonna rewatch the penalty that he took today because that was embarrassing.
I mean, it wasn't even a bad pen. Kepa just guessed the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
He wants to stay in for those pens. He always wants to stay in. He wins the pens so much.
Well, I mean, okay, you brought that up, and that still pisses me off. That's like why I cannot have Kepa at my club anymore. Like that is just like sorry. I feel bad for sorry, because like that, I've never seen anything like that. I've seen like players, freak out about being subbed off, but they eventually come off the pitch. That was just so disrespectful. And
no, that's crazy.
It one, it was just like, oh, I thought you were hurt, but 2, he was trying to do a tactical sub. He was just like, Caballero, actually is good at saving pens. That's sort of his specialty. Like in terms of our keeper situation at the time, yes, he was the guy to put on because we knew we were going to penalties. And then you freaking lose. And it's just oh my god.
Yeah.
Get out of my club, Kepa.
Hilarious. I mean, it's funny that he's at Arsenal. Very random, but he's good. He's a solid keeper now. He's gotten better.
No. Petrovic goes to Bournemouth and he's immediately better than what Kepa was. Even though Kepa was not terrible at Bournemouth last season, Petrovic is better.
I agree. Yeah, I guess that is also a Chelsea to Bournemouth move.
Yeah.
I don't know. They've conceded a lot of goals. Kepa had one of the best defenses in the league last year, and this year it's a little bit more iffy, honestly.
Well,
but also they had Housen and Zabarni. So
yeah,
That's probably more of the reason why they were good than Kepa.
Yeah. Kepa got
Definitely
protected.
more. Yeah, I forgot about that. And Kirkes, who we don't know if he's
Who didn't
good,
play
but-
defense.
Yeah. But yeah, let's just take a look at the table here. Sunderland's still doing their thing. I don't know. I guess it's kind of like there's not a lot of surprises at this point. I would like to see Nottingham Forest climb up the table a little bit. Under Dyche, they've been a bit up and down. But yeah,
Dyche will figure it out.
he'll keep
He
him
always
up.
does.
He'll keep him
He
up.
always does.
For a team that's had 3 managers this season, I guess they haven't been so bad.
Oh my god. I mean, do you think Nuno survives?
What? Yeah, I mean, I feel like West Ham haven't been that bad under him. City just looked really good in that game. I don't think it was his fault.
Oh yeah, no.
But yeah, this is tough. I mean, it's been a tough run of fixtures, to be fair, and to get the draws there is pretty good. Let's see. Oh, they've got a good run coming up. Wolves, Forest, Tottenham. They can win 3 straight out of those.
That's back-to-back Nuno derbies. Wolves, then Forest. That's crazy.
That's hilarious. Revenge games. They won the first revenge
Spurs.
game, I think. Yeah.
Oh my god.
The triple. Wow, the triple Nuno derby. Oh, I forgot about the Wolves one. Yeah, that's hilarious.
All
right,
Nuno has
gotta
so
be
much
seated
beef.
for those.
Yeah.
All right, though. I don't really have any other topics.
Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, there's a lot of fixtures coming up, and no Boxing Day fixtures. The game's finished.
Tragic.
I might stop. Well, wait. There's one Boxing Day fixture.
Yeah, there's one. But isn't it
ridiculous.
like a bad game?
It's
United.
United
Versus United.
It's
versus
United
Newcastle.
versus the real United.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's probably going to be. I mean, Newcastle should win that.
Oh yeah,
but they'll probably lose somehow.
Yeah, if it's it's at Old Trafford. Yeah, they're probably going to lose. United assets, bring them in. I think Cunha honestly could haul. That's tough.
Bring in Mount, bring in Euro.
Yeah. Lemens. Lemens is an asset now.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, thanks for listening. As we said at the beginning, you can catch us on YouTube. Check out our short form content on TikTok and IG. Utter Bloke Nonsense, wherever you can find us. And yeah, Daichi, play us out. Happy holidays.
Title fight? Get in there! Get in there! You beauty! Come on, you! Love that from you. I didn't say it. No headlines. I did not say we're in a title fight. The media said that we were in a title fight.